Hey guys, today is February the 28th of 2018. I want to go over Bitcoin using Gann price and time technical analysis. So please pause the video and read the video disclaimer. All right, so let's get into Bitcoin. So there's a few saying out there, that this could be a bullish move and that we could have put a swing low on February the 6th. I'm using the pitchfork modified a little bit. Excuse me. So you see that we put a top here, prices, got in the pitchfork, and now it's sticking its head out. And as of right now, you see there's some selling pressure right around here. So a good rule to have before you make a decision to trade in a situation like this, especially when the price action looks like this within a channel like that, is to do the 3-day rule. It closed above the channel on the 27th. So you count 3 days. If it could stay out of the channel within 3 days, 1, 2, 3, that takes you to March the 2nd, which is, I believe, it's a Friday? Yeah. So if this Friday we're out of the channel, then chances are that, it could continue going higher. But if it doesn't and it creeps in again into the pitchfork, then chances are that it's losing strength and it could continue pushing lower. Now, for the really conservative ones, and more, don't want to take a lot of risk, you won't do the 3-day rule. You will do the week rule, which is, let's see if we could get this on a week. There it is, on a week. You will let 1 week pass, which be next week. And if next week closes not in here, but higher than the high of the February 26th weekly candle, then that means that it's going higher. So this is for the more conservative trader. This is this week's. Next week, you just let every day, chop around, whatever it's going to do. By next candle, 1, 2, the second candle, if it's higher than this candle right here, then that's a signal that you could probably, or if you want to be a little more conservative, maybe this. The thing is that you're out of the channel. The channel has been literally broken, so it's void. The bulls are pushing it higher, so you have to create a channel going higher. Let's go back to the daily. And looking at price action now, but this is early. This could always change. There's a lot of selling pressure. Let me show you another thing too. And these are for people that don't really trade that much or just want to kind of get an idea. You got to have some rules. Let's go over here. We do a sine wave. Put it from this high to this low. Right there. They always say that the first impulse from a move, let's say if it's from an all-time high or an all-time low, or the date of birth for the stock instrument you're trading, that first move, there's DNA encoded that could help you forecast the future. This I learned from Michael S. Jenkins, W.D. Gann. And you can see that with the first impulse, the sine wave picked the top here. Didn't pick the bottom here, but it was kind of telling you close. There could be a bottom coming. Prices went up, picked the top here, started pushing lower, picked the low. The low was here, but it kind of squeezed people out. But you were saying that, it could be close. And it kind of chopped around. It wasn't really like the swing low for it to go higher. But as you can see that using the sine wave from the first impulse move, you could get some good moves. And that was kind of inside day. Nothing really happened there. And then it just started pushing lower. Nothing there. That could have been a trigger if you look at it that way. You could have put a buy here and a sell here. And you probably could have got triggered, put it at the 50, just in case you were wrong. You got stopped out, and then it pushed lower. And then the low was here, and the next day they squeezed out and did what they call a bear trap. They shot it up. This was kind of a swing top. You could have shorted, for a couple of points, but not really, because this is just a trend swing higher. Continues pushing. So, and don't look at it like, okay, so yeah, that should be the swing high, and that should be the swing low. This probably should be a swing low, so we should, go higher. No, it's not like that. Things invert. Cycles, sine waves, they invert with price action. So this could be a low, but it wasn't a low here. And this could be a high, and this was a high. This is a high price action, but this showed a swing low on the sine wave. So it could always invert. So if you program your mind just to look that it could always go either way, but just look at the price action, it'll tell you what it's going to do. You could get an edge. The sine wave went low, and this was a swing top. We pushed lower, so this was a low, and then now this was a top. So look at it that way. Just look at it as turning points. If you see it as turning points, then that could help you out. When's the next turning point? March the 2nd. Keep an eye on that. If Bitcoin is out of the channel by March the 2nd, chances are it could continue going higher. And then have a forecast day, maybe March the 7th. Could be a swing top. For the more conservative traders, look at the weekly and set a rule. If by next week, or if you want to be even more conservative, do the 3-day rule on the weekly. If it's out of the channel and above that swing high, chances are we're going to test this high or maybe the all-time high. Hopefully you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on Bitcoin.